When 4x squared plus 5x minus 2 is added to x squared plus 3x minus 7, the resulting sum is... For this question, since it's just a basic addition, all we need to do is add these two polynomials together. A quick way I can do that is just add on the second polynomial underneath the first one. And we'll add them up. Remember, there's always a 1 coefficient if there's nothing else. So 4 plus 1 is 5. When you're adding polynomials, you only add the coefficients, the numbers in front. You do nothing to the exponents. The exponents and variables are just letting you know which terms can be added because they have to have the same variable, same exponent. Okay, 5x plus 3x would be 8x, and negative 7 plus negative 2 is negative 9. This is my final answer. When 4x squared plus 5x minus 2 is subtracted from x squared plus 3x minus 7, the resulting difference is... This one's tricky. Most students that got a question wrong got this one wrong. And I did talk about this, the Zoom meeting before the quiz. Subtracted from means you must start here, right? It's like saying that you are from San Antonio. That means you started in San Antonio. So whatever's after the word from is where you start. So I need to start here and subtract this first polynomial. Alright, so it's going to look like this. X squared plus 3x minus 7 minus parentheses 4x squared plus 5x minus 2. You have to use parentheses around the second polynomial to indicate that all of it is being subtracted and not just the first term. Okay, so I'm going to distribute this minus sign to all three terms in that polynomial. So that would give me a negative 4x squared, a negative 5x, and a positive 2. Now I can combine like terms. I don't know why I wrote cubed. There we go. Starting with my highest exponent, I got an x squared minus 4x squared would be negative 3x squared. 3x minus 5x would be minus 2x. And then negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. And that's my final answer. The sides of a quadrilateral are shown below. The perimeter of this quadrilateral is... So to find the perimeter of any shape, you just need to add all the sides. Right? So I'm adding all 4 of these sides together. So let me write them out first. I have parentheses around each of the binomials just to show the 4 different sides. But the parentheses really aren't necessary because this is an addition problem, so I don't need to distribute anything. I can just go ahead and start combining like terms. All we have are x's and constants. So let's count up all of our x's. I have 1x, 2x, 3x, 4, 5. 5x in total. And then for my constants, I have 1 plus 3 is 4. Minus 2 would take me down to 2. Plus 4 is 6. So 5x plus 6 is my final answer. The perimeter of a triangle is 14x minus 4. If two sides of the triangle measure 3x minus 2 and 5x plus 3, then the third side measures. So for this problem, it might be helpful just to go ahead and draw a picture of a triangle. We know the perimeter is 14x minus 4. Two sides, so one of the sides is 3x minus 2 and the other side is 5x plus 3. And we're trying to find that missing third side. So we know that perimeter is adding up all the sides. So what I would go ahead and do is I would add up the two sides that I know, 5x plus 3 and 3x minus 2. Again, I don't really need parentheses because it's just addition. So I would have 8x, and adding my constants together would be positive 1. Okay, so to find our missing side, I could just guess the numbers, figure out what it is that I would need to add to 8x and 1 to get 14x minus 4. Or a more straightforward path is to subtract 14x minus 4 minus 8x plus 1. Here, parentheses is important because I'm using subtraction. So if I don't put parentheses, that means I'm subtracting 8x and adding 1. But that's not what I'm trying to do, right? so let me rewrite this. If I distribute my negative sign, I would have negative 8x and negative 1. And that's what I need to combine together. All right, so 14x minus 8x would be 6x. Negative 4 minus 1 would be negative 5. And that is my final answer. Match each of the following. So this is two problems really, and both of them are multiplication problems. So let me write out the first one. Okay, so I am going to multiply just by distributing. I know some of y'all like to use the box method, and you can totally set those up, but distributing is just faster to me. So 3x squared times 6x squared. 3 times 6 is 18. And remember that when you're multiplying, you have to add the exponents together. So that would be power of 4. 3x squared times 5x would be positive 15x cubed, because there's really a 1 exponent on the 5x. And then 3x squared times negative 1 is negative 3x squared. Okay, next I'm going to distribute the 4x to all three terms. So 4x times 6x squared would be 24x cubed, because that 1 exponent. 4x times 5x would be positive 20x squared. And then 4x times negative 1 is negative 4x. I'm going to move this right here over a little bit. Okay, now I have it lined up with my like terms. Okay, last one is I need to distribute the 2. All right, so 2 times 6x squared is going to be 12x squared. 2 times 5x is going to be 10x, and then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. The way I wrote it is I just lined them all up so that the like terms could simply be added straight down. Alright, so I'm just going to start at the beginning here. We got 18x to the 4th power. Adding up my x cubes would be 39x cubed. I have 3 terms that have x squared. So let's see, negative 3 plus 20 would be 17. 17 plus 12 is 29x squared. Negative 4x plus 10x would be positive 6x, and then I got my constant of negative 2 there at the end. So this is my final answer. I'm not going to work out the second problem because it is exactly the same. It's just different numbers. Alright, so you're going to use the same process to multiply the second one. The only thing I would say is be careful with the signs. This is a negative x squared. I don't know. It's the same process though. Determine the area of the rectangle if the length is x squared plus 2x plus 1 and the width is negative 3x plus 5. Right, we're finding the area. Area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, so we just need to multiply these two things. The order in which you multiply is up to you, so most of y'all would probably prefer that we put the binomial first and the trinomial second. All right, we're just more used to writing it like that, so I'm going to write it this way. If you multiply the trinomial first and then the binomial, it doesn't make any difference, as long as you distribute everything from the first parentheses into the second parentheses. So negative 3x times x squared would be negative 3x cubed. Negative 3x times positive 2x is negative 6x squared. Negative 3x times 1 is negative 3x. Okay, next distributing the 5. 5 times x squared is 5x squared. Again, I'm going to write it underneath the other x squared term. 5 times 2x is 10x. And 5 times 1 is 5. Now I can add these together, going straight down. Negative 3x cubed. Negative 6x squared and positive 5 would be negative 1x squared. And you don't have to put the 1 in front of the x. Negative 3x plus 10x is positive 7x. And then my constant is all alone. So this is my final answer.